All right, enough wide receiver talk. Let's go to everyone's favorite position, tight end.
Yeah.
So, just in general, what's your strategy on tight end? Do you is it, similar to quarterback where you say like, yeah, there's kind of these like 8 or 10 guys I'm comfortable with, and I definitely want to lock one of those up because I don't really want to stream them. When we talk about streaming, which means like you kind of start a different person every week. Quarterback and tight end are the popular positions to do that. So, are you a tight end streamer, or do you like to get that locked in guy?
A little of both, I think. So I kind of have like one strategy I stick to, and it's either Kelsey or Andrews, and then like nothing. But like weirdly, I kind of like Pat Fryermuth. If he falls a little bit, I grab him. Otherwise, I wait and grab people way late, like way way late. I'm talking like we could talk about when we get down to that part of the draft,
Mhm.
but like past number 12 on the list, I'm just grabbing two of those guys and running with them, and I'll stream, and that's just what
Yeah.
I usually do. But just I think Kelsey's in his own tier, and Mark Andrews he's in his own tier, and I want one of those two guys. I get that people think Hawk could be up there as well, and you got Kittle, Waller, Pitts, Goddard, all those guys are up there. Just I would rather have a running back or wide receiver in those range. I think that's it with me.
Yeah, I hear you. It's like in years past, I was with you. It's like you need one of those top 3 or 4 guys, or it almost feels like a waste of a pick when
Yeah.
you turn in, the Goddard pick or Ingram or Fryermuth and Joku, something like that. It's like, is the tight end 9 that different from the tight end 18? I mean,
Yeah.
statistics say it's not at all, right?
No.
I mean, to be a difference maker, you have to be one of the top 2 or 3 tight ends. Um, so yeah, I'm with you. I mean, so where's your cutoff? You said your cutoff's as high as like if you don't get
I
one of
think
the
it's
top.
Kelsey. I think like Kelsey's the cutoff, right? Because he's going sometimes in the first round, a lot of drafts, and then like Andrews in late second or like mid third or something. If he falls, I'll take him. I'll gladly take him later, and then that's it. I don't really want anybody else until like I said, number 9, Pat Fryermuth. If he falls a bit, he's the one guy in that middle range. I kind of find myself wanting to grab, and
Mhm.
then I just wait. I just don't want anybody else.
Right. So like of the people that aren't really, Kelsey, Andrews, and we'll throw in Hawkinson and Kittle for the sake of argument, but of the people that aren't in this tier 1 up here, is there any and is there anyone that you think things could break right and they become like the tight end 3 or tight end 4? Is there even that do any of these people have that capability?
So you have to tell me what you think, but Darren Waller, I think the Dayball offense, they don't have a number 1 wide receiver. They don't have like an alpha wide receiver. So
Mhm.
Waller could be that guy. He puts in the work. He's a great person and a great player. And if he stays healthy all year and they're just peppering him with Kelsey like targets, he could be right up in that top 3 range. And he's the one where like of all the guys, when I say like I'm skipping all those guys in the middle, he's the one where I feel like could really burn me. He could burn me for just skipping out on Waller. grab Don Kincaid and thank me later. I would love to, but statistically, rookie tight ends, it's really hard for them to be like a top 5 tight end in the rookie year. Uh, but I don't mind stashing him. Like I said, when I'm grabbing late, he's a late target. Why not stash him late when you can get him that late?
Hmm. Yeah, so for me, I'm kind of with you. I need to decide whether see, I'm probably not going to be quite as top heavy as you. Like I'm in on Hawkinson this year. I think
Yeah.
he's just entering his prime. I think he's the number 2 target in that offense, which is on turf, high volume, and they score a ton of points. So I'm in on Hawkinson this year. I need to decide, where's my cutoff? I think it's going to be Pitts after Pitts. If I don't get anyone Pitts or higher, I'm going to wait all the way down the board and take 2 of them. But like we were
Yeah.
saying earlier with QB, it's like you'd almost rather take one early so you don't have to draft a second one. And then you can kind of use that spot on your bench for like that extra running back or that extra wide receiver. So
Yeah.
I think that's the strategy I'm going to employ this year. Dude, I refuse to believe that Kyle Pitts is a bust.
So I don't think he's a bust at all. I just think I would rather have other people. Like I just like where he's going. I'd rather have someone in a different position, or I'd rather just I'd rather wait or get somebody earlier. I just that's my thing with Kyle Pitts. And I just don't know about Atlanta. I don't know about their team. Are they just going to run the ball forever? They're never going to
Mhm.
pass to their two great receivers in Pitts and Drake London.
Right. Yeah, I think I might have to be with you, and my cutoff might have to be Waller because
Yeah,
I dig the upside, like you were saying before, is he has to stay healthy, man.
yeah.
He's had two injury plague seasons in a row, but before that, he was that guy that could be top three. So, yeah. But okay, so like going down the board a little bit, once we get past Pitts, we're kind of in the blah range where these next five or six guys,
They're going to be
from
solid, right?
they're going to be solid from
They're going to be
Goddard to
solid, but
Schultz.
they're not going to blow up on your team.
Exactly. You're not going to be disappointed with Goddard to Schultz,
Yeah.
but you don't have that upside, I don't believe, to spring like a league winning season out of any of those guys. Um, I can't even pick one of them. I mean,
Goddard would be the pick out of all of them. I guess, like I
yeah,
said, I
Goddard.
like Pat Frymuth late because I feel like he's been dropping. So like when
Mhm.
he drops, I grab him. But other guys think just you want an offense that's going to score a ton of points, and Philly's going to score a ton of points. So I like Goddard in that range.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yep, he's probably there. So going a little bit down the board, I think, you can probably, safely draft any of these top 11 guys and get a decent return and be somewhat happy with it. Once you go 12 or lower, yikes, right? So I don't know that you're confidently putting Greg Dulcich or Tyler Higbee in your lineup and proud of it every week. I
hey,
mean, am I
actually,
missing
don't hit
someone?
on Higby because who
He
else
gets a
are
lot
they
of
throwing
targets. Yeah.
to in
Yeah.
LA? In LA, like in the Rams, like
Hmm.
they have Cup and then it's Higby.
Yeah.
So he's actually a sneaky guy I've been taking a lot of because you can get him so late, and I think he's just gonna get targets and passes because I mean they can't throw every single pass to Cup, right? I mean, I guess they
Yeah.
could.
So how do you like the combination of Higby? Because I think we just agreed that Higby, target monster, probably a decent floor, not much of a ceiling. What
Yeah,
about the Higby and Kincaid combo? You get Higby as your locked in tight end, and then you just sit on Kincaid and see if I don't. First of all, I don't even think Dalton Kincaid's a tight end. I think he's a
yeah.
slot receiver.
They drafted him to
So
be a receiver. Yeah, I
yeah,
could
I
I
mean,
could totally see that happening. Yeah,
he's like, if Cole Beasley had a big brother that beat him up all the time, that's Dalton Kincaid, right? So
yeah, yeah.
um yeah, I
The
mean,
talent's there. Everyone's saying he's
mhm,
like the most talented tight end we've seen in a while. Besides Pitts, I guess. Right? He's right up there.
mhm.
Everyone's really excited about him. He went to a landing spot where again they're going to score a bunch of points. It's a great offense. So I think he's a great grab at the end of your draft. Like he's going cheaper. You can get him.
So Jake or Mike, if you're still listening, can you give us like a camp report real quick of, are they using Kincaid in the slot or is he hand in the dirt? Please and thank you. Um okay, so we've said in this range we like Higby, we like Kincaid. Um, Chig, I don't know about Chig. I mean, I think like we said, like can Tennessee support three pass catchers? I doubt it. He's a super explosive player. He's from University of Maryland, which I would love. But yeah, what do you think about him?
You said the problem right there. Can they support three pass catchers? I was
Mhm.
all about him until DeAndre
So they
Hopkins
get
went to Tennessee,
exactly.
and then it's
Yep.
like I'm out. I'm just out, and it's a shame. Uh, and I think he could still be decent. Like he's just he doesn't have that upside that you want, and that's the problem. I like actually Dulcich right below him, but it's another situation. We were talking about Denver earlier, where like who knows what's going on with Denver, right? Like is he gonna get the ball? Do they not like him? Like it's one of those things where it's up in the air.
If you believe depth charts, he's not the starting tight end. Adam
Even
Troutman,
worse.
baby, he's back. He's
Oh
back.
jeez. Yeah.
Um, cool. Yeah. So I don't know. Now that I'm looking at this little range right here, I kind of think I want to build a team or two with like and punt
with two of
and
these
punt
guys,
type.
right?
Yeah, because I
Any of
actually
those guys take two of them, and I'm not mad, and you
yeah.
can get them late.
So I'm pretty out on Chig and I'm out
Yeah,
on Komet, but I like Everett and
yes,
Jawan Johnson is pretty nice, dude. I mean,
agree.
he's a touchdown scoring machine. He's athletic. He gets a much better quarterback this year. I like Jawan Johnson a lot. Um, yeah, and after that it's kind of doo doo. I don't know that
So
anyone
Hunter
down here.
Henry,
So you think
I've been.
Gesicki's not a thing?
I think Gesicki's not a thing.
Okay.
I think Hunter Henry is going to get some red zone looks, and that's where I like him.
Okay.
So he's kind of a super deep late guy. I like. I don't think there's anybody else really. Oh, and Fant. I don't know why. I still like Fant.
That's way too low for him.
He just
He finished as like tight end, what, probably like 12 to 14 last year or something like that. I
and
mean,
he's
I
on an
think
offense again that's going to throw the ball. Like Gino likes to throw the ball.
hmm
He only needs to catch a few touchdowns, and if he's your second kind of end of the road tight end there, why
hmm
not? And then right a little below him, Isaiah Likely. If
I was
something
just
ever
about
happens to Andrews, he's the guy. Look, we saw a little bit of that last year, right? Where he was just amazing.
I was just about to say the only tight end handcuff in the league is Isaiah Likely.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
yeah,
he's pretty cool just to stash on your bench because we saw like he can go nuts if Andrew's out, and Andrew's kind of been a little bit injury prone the past couple years, so he's missed some games. Um, but
even
yeah,
with Andrews in, I could see Likely getting targets, getting touchdowns, them running two tight end sets. Like
mhm,
you said, who are the wide receivers there? It's Mark Andrews, and then we're not sure.
mhm, exactly. Yeah, so the more and more we talk through it, I'm glad we did this. I might be, fading tight end and drafting two of them. Up until today, I really was interested in Trey McBride, but did you hear Zach Ertz is going to be back for game one?
I didn't, but it doesn't surprise me. That guy is like built a steel or something. He's just always coming back.
Yeah,
Like, and he's good when he comes back. He's good.
he was great. I mean, I want to
Yeah,
say he was like in the top 6 to 8 tight ends last year before his injury.
yeah.
And
It's another team where like you're just not sure until Kyler's back how great the pass catchers are going to be.
mhm.
So that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of these guys down here will ever really be drafted. But if you're in like a deeper league, someone that I like is Jake Ferguson. I mean, I don't know why Dallas's starting tight end is going as tight end 34. Dallas is just notorious for always having a productive tight end. They always have, they always will. And for my money, Jake Ferguson's their starter this year. Dalton Schultz is on Houston. And the rookie that they drafted, like Schoonmaker or whatever his name is, he's
Yes,
hurt. I think he's out for the year.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So,
make a good point. I actually have not been taking much Jake Ferguson. I think I will now. I think I want to make sure I
okay.
get like, if I'm going two tight ends at the end, I think I want him to be one of them. Just in a couple spots, just to like give me that lotto ticket and see if he blows up.
Exactly. I mean, Dalton Schultz wasn't like this highly recruited, super athletic person.
No.
Neither is Jake Ferguson. It doesn't matter though. Dallas has proven they always feed the tight ends, starting, back with the Witten days.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, I think that's all we got. Any more? And I'll just say my parting words for tight end is don't be that guy that drafts Taysom Hill.
Hey, maybe somebody just wants to start a quarterback in their tight end spot. It's fine. You never know.
That's funny.